There are a lot of atheists on YouTube, and I believe they do a lot of good. They raise people's awareness. They challenge people and oblige these people to challenge their own faiths, to challenge their own assumptions, their dogmas. This is wonderful, because man must think for himself. Too long have we laboured under ideologies, religions, blindly following their commands, their tenets. So I would like to congratulate them on that. People like Bionic Dance, so on and so forth. However, by totally ruling out God, I feel we're missing an opportunity here. Now, it's important to understand that the definition most religions, most mainstream religions, give to God isn't the best. It tends to be a person, limited, kind of a vengeful figure demanding things of humans, laying down the law. Think of Jehovah, the Judeo-Christian God, particularly bloodthirsty. Now that's one definition of God. And I'm as against that definition as you guys are, you atheists. But there's another kind of God, more present in Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism. And this God is more a metaphor than a person. A metaphor for life, for the life force, for energy, that which is animating our bodies, that which pumps our heart. The one universe, this one non-dual, interconnected reality. It's not a person, it just simply is. Consciousness. Now, this God is not wrathful or vengeful. He doesn't exact punishments. He doesn't demand things. He simply is. It is everything. And you can easily replace that word with life, or what is, or the universe, or the cosmos. And the Taoists call it the way, simply the way, and unfolding, because that's what it is. I mean, what can you say about the universe other than it's simply unfolding, it's simply happening? And these religions point to this God, to surrendering to this God, to having faith in this God. Now, in my experience, by surrendering to life, and I prefer to use the word life, because God obviously is so full of these connotations of this personal, wrathful God that none of us want. None of us really want that. Terrifying humanity. But when we surrender to life, this Eastern God, this God that is existence, when we surrender to that, there's a huge amount of happiness and peace that comes into our lives. And I feel you atheists, by being so stridently against God, may be also ruling out this more subtle definition of God. And if so, ruling out the possibility of real peace and contentment and happiness in your life. And when I see the behavior of many atheists, their belligerence, their hostility, their lack of understanding and openness, the way they condemn religion so violently, it reminds me of the religious zealots, of the over-faithful, of the dogmatic, of the evangelicals, the preachers. And this worries me. See, I admire atheism from the perspective that it seeks to find truth. But at the same time, I feel it may be discarding a very subtle truth, a truth that may not be observable empirically, but is certainly understandable experientially through meditation. When one realizes that one's consciousness is one with everything, that one is one with everything, that there is no one, that there is simply life, that we are all interconnected, and that brings a great deal of peace and joy into one's life. And if you're ruling that out, then you may never taste that. This is why I don't call myself an atheist. True, I don't believe in this personal God. But at the same time, I know there is this one reality in the universe that's totally interconnected. This life force within everything. If we surrender to it, instead of resisting it, instead of living out of conflict and stress, instead of believing in this individual sense of self, by letting go and surrendering to it, becoming one with everything, great peace can enter our lives. That's why I'm not an atheist. I'm a lifeist. Anyway, thanks for watching.